I've been trying for some time now to restore the trust that I lost from my nephews, Dominic and Jesse. It was supposed to have been one of the most exciting days of their life. We talked about it on the phone. We looked forward to it for weeks ahead of time. And then the day finally arrived. We were going to Disney World with park hopper passes. It was going to be a great time, an unforgettable time. Uncle Bill was going to move to the top of the list as far as uncles go. We talked about Jack Sparrow. That was one of their favorites. We talked about seeing the dinosaurs at the Animal Kingdom. They love dinosaurs. They have all kinds of toy dinosaurs at home. We talked about Mickey Mouse. They were pumped to the max with anticipation and excitement. It was Disney. How could I go wrong? Disney's the place where dreams come true. But instead, I somehow seemed to orchestrate a nightmare for those two little fellows. We didn't even make it to the dinosaurs at Animal Kingdom because we couldn't get past the bugs at the 3D bug show. How was I supposed to know that a bug dressed like Rambo was going to pop up out of the ground, armed to the teeth, and scare the living daylights out of every kid in the place? As soon as he popped up from the ground, immediately 20 kids began crying in unison, Jesse and Dominic included, and we had to head for the exits. Okay, no problem. Don't do the bugs. Want to see the dinosaurs? No, I don't want to see dinosaurs. If he couldn't handle bugs, how's he going to do dinosaurs? All right, let's cut our losses and head off to the Magic Kingdom. Certainly, that's a safe place. Certainly, it'd be fun there. Began looking at the flyer. Let's see, Haunted Mansion. No, not a good idea. Space Mountain. No, not a roller coaster. Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. That'd be good for them. Come on, that's Disney at its best. Hi ho, it's off to Snow White we go. Now, I'd never been on Snow White's Great Adventure. I never had a reason to ride it, being the grown man that I am. How was I supposed to know it'd be pitch black with a freaky old witch making scary noises, serving up poison apples? Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the worst uncle of all? Uncle Bill. I was afraid on that ride. 0 for 2. 2 rides, 2 meltdowns. Confidence in Uncle Bill was now almost shattered. Well, how about Jack Sparrow? Let's go see Jack Sparrow, Dominic and Jesse. You love Jack Sparrow. We get on the ride. What do we hear? Dead men tell no tales. I want off, Uncle Bill. Dominic's just burying his head in my side, and I'm covering him up. He can't wait till the ride's over. Look, Dominic, there's Jack Sparrow. I don't care. All right, one last chance. Let's go visit some Disney characters. Get some autographs for your book. All right, look, Eeyore, Pooh, and Tigger. They're in that room there. I mean, how safe can you get? The problem is we get in there and they're 8 feet tall. It's like Disney on steroids. Eeyore comes after Dominic and Jesse and they just turn around and ran for their mom. They're holding on to her leg with a death grip. They wouldn't even go close for a picture. At that point I said, all right, you're afraid of Pooh Bear. There's not much I can do for you. Let's just go home and I'll bring you back when you're 21 years old. Craig, their dad, was just shaking his head in defeat. He says, sorry, Uncle Bill, my boys are sissies. And then he starts, how am I ever going to get them to play the game of football? Well, on that note, we kick off a new church year this morning. It's Advent. It's the Christmas season. It's supposed to be a happy and joyful time, like Disney. It's the most wonderful time of the year. That's what we hear on the radio and what we see on television. 'Tis the season to be jolly. And that's what we prepare for at this time of the year, a happy and jolly time filled with parties and presents and eggnogs and lights and decorations. But not St. Mark. No, not Mark. Mark has us ringing in the new year this morning with a cosmic, world-ending fireworks display. The sun and the moon have become dark, and the stars are falling from the sky. His idea of Advent is much different and considerably more frightful than the one our culture presents to us today, the one with the jolly old elf in the red suit. Fear is the dominant theme, the primary emotion that runs throughout the Gospel of Mark. There's fear all over the place in Mark. Every chapter is filled with it. And while manger scenes pop up all over town and Christmas carols fill the airwaves, we're given a different vision of the coming Lord today. According to Mark, we can forget the stable, the star, the shepherds watching over their flock by night. You can look all you want. It's not there. No gentle Jesus, meek and mild, who on earth would fear a child, from Mark. See, Mark doesn't deal with the past. He's looking ahead, far ahead, to the end of time. And when Mark looks into the sky, he sees a darkened sun, a dim moon, stars falling from the sky like sparks from a sparkler. And there in the center of the smoke, the Son of God coming in the clouds with great power and glory. With Mark, we have today an apocalyptic picture of not the first, but the second coming of Christ. And when this event takes place, and someday God promises us that it will, He will come again to judge the living and the dead, we confess. And when that happens, even the bravest of hearts will melt with fear.